Hello, I'm Van from Catfish and The Bottlemen, and you're watching Toasted.
Welcome to Amsterdam.
Thank you very much for having me, Amsterdam.
I saw you post a picture on Twitter about flying on the plane and something happened when...
Yeah, this guy fell asleep behind us, so we thought we'd take a photo of him. It was funny. It was a good crack, man. I love Amsterdam, man. We were very excited to come over here. Me and our guitar tech, Larry, who's in that photo, he's my best mate, and we come here quite a lot, so it's good, man.
You've been before to Amsterdam?
Yeah, we've played here a few times. I think we played here twice, and we've been here just as mates, you know what I mean, just coming over. It's a nice place, everywhere's quiet, you know what I mean. You can hear people's footsteps when you're walking through the street, man. It's weird. Like in England, everyone's screaming and that, doing people's heads in, but like, and I'm one of them people. But over here, is there a law over here? You're not allowed to scream and shout in the streets?
No, that's just the English people who scream and shout in the streets here.
People just tell tourists to shut them off with it. Yeah, but I like it. Everyone just chill, man. It's just like everyone's classy, wears smart clothes and that. It's nice. It's good.
Hey, you have a new album almost coming up, because I think we really need to talk about that, because otherwise we'll just talk about drunk stories from Amsterdam. We'll do that later. Yeah. Brilliant new album, man.
Thank you very much, mate. Cheers. Yeah, it's out. Is it out next week here?
Not yet. Yeah, maybe next week.
Yeah, because it's out next week in England. I don't know what it's like here, but yeah, mate, I'm well excited. You know, it's I'm 22 and I've got my debut album out next week. You know what I mean? It's crazy. Yeah.
You're doing better than most of us.
It's nice, man. It's really nice feeling like everyone's made up, everyone's dead proud and that. So it's like it's a good moment for us now. You know what I mean? Like my mum and dad are sat at home waiting for it to come out, and that I've not given it anyone. Like I've not played it to any of my family or anything. So I've made everyone, like everyone's got to wait for it like they would if they're a fan, you know what I mean? So everyone's dead excited, man.
They haven't heard the music yet?
They've heard the songs that are the singles on the radio, but I won't play it to anyone. No, I'm making everyone, like I heard it, signed off on it, said yeah, I'm happy with it, like on the masters, and then said right, I'm not listening to it now until it comes out. I like ever since I was a kid, I used to go to gigs like as the doors open and just stand there and build up the atmosphere. So I like building up the excitement. So yeah. I'm excited. I'm as excited about this album coming out as fans are, because I've not heard it in about 9 months or something. So however long it was, we did it 6 months.
I think the production is really good, by the way.
Thank you.
Who did it?
Jim Abbiss. He did the first Arctic's album and Adele's albums and Kasabian and stuff like that. I think he did Return of the Mac as well, you know that tune?
Oh, shit.
Yeah, man. And the guy who produced it produced S Club 7's early stuff as well.
Oh my god!
So we're in good hands there. Like, yeah, I love it. I love it. Like, I don't like being in the studio and recording. Like, my whole mentality is in a band is being based on playing gigs. You know, selling out arenas. I wasn't really bothered about making albums and stuff, and then the label picked us up and I got really into it. So like to have a producer like him say he wanted, because it was like he's so fucking cool. Like he's one of them people who's just like, if he doesn't like your music, he won't work on it. Even if you're the biggest band on the planet, he's like, nah, no interest in you lot. So like he said, I want to work with your band, you know what I mean? And he came in and he just took us to the next level, really. You know, like he recorded this song called Kathleen. We just went in as like a trial to see if we work well together, and he just basically said, right, go have dinner, come back and I'll have this sorted. So we recorded it, went to have dinner, we came back and he played it for these speakers, and we were like, fuck man, that sounds amazing. Yeah. You know, like we were like, I found myself getting into my own band like a fan. I was like, I'd never heard us sound like that before, so it's like hearing the Strokes for the first time or something for me, you know what I mean? I was like, these are fucking good, who are these, you know what I mean?
I think it's better than the Strokes, actually.
Oh, thank you very much. So do I, man. I think it's I do, man. I think it could be up there with the best. I'm really proud of it. I think the songs are class, you know. Yeah. Like, and I'm happy with all the lyrics and all the vocal takes and everything, man. Yeah. Hello, they come for lunch.
Everybody comes for no worries. We'll just go on. Hey, are you actually on Twitter yourself?
I'm not personally, but I just do the bands, like, you know, keep in touch with the fans and that. I never got it when it first came out, but then I started getting more into it. The band, it makes me laugh, man. People are just mental on it, aren't they? People just find it dead funny. Just post.
Did you read this guy who posted, and I wrote it down, Van McCann and Liam Frey interacting on Twitter? That's what I've been waiting to see here for months now.
Right.
Did you do that actually? Did you interact with Liam Frey on Twitter?
Liam, he's from the Cortinas, like that. Yeah, well, he just one of my favourite players left for United, you know, Manchester United. It's Danny Welbeck, and he tweeted saying something like, you know, he's a good lad, sad to see him go and all that stuff. And I was like, mate, I'm gutted and all this stuff. And we just started talking. But he was one, when I was a kid, you know, his band meant a lot to me. Like when I first started playing music, he like, because I was kind of the new band out at the time was his band, you know what I mean? I used to go see him and I went with my cousin once to his gig, and my cousin broke his nose, and the gig I had to take my top off and put it over his nose, and we stayed for the whole gig, and like, yeah, man, he's good, so that was nice. That he's like a normal lad, you know what I mean? Like he seems like a normal guy, and those bands meant a lot to me growing up, the normal people, because like we were from that kind of background. We weren't really rich kids or anything like that, so the bands that have been out since then really have all been, it's hard to be a band with no money anymore, you know what I mean? It's hard to be a band that actually gets in a van and travels the world. It's all based on being on the front of magazines and being really good looking and having loads of money pumped into you, but we never had any of that. All our stuff was based on people talking about us between their groups of friends and getting in a van and touring. Like we did like 200 odd gigs a year, you know what I mean?
Just like it used to be. I mean, just like the Stones and the Beatles started off, right, basically. Yeah?
Exactly, and that was the case with their band, and that meant a lot to me growing up. So yeah, it was nice. So it's fun.
Your tour in the UK is already sold out, I wrote. Yeah, maybe a couple of people in Birmingham didn't wake up yet, or Brighton, whatever.
Brighton's the one that's not sold out yet, but that went on tour that went on sale a couple of months later. So the tour like sold out before the album's out. Everyone's going mad. Everyone's like,
is it true that you get a free record when you go to the show?
Yeah, that's in the London show. We're doing like an album launch, so it's like everyone gets a free album when they go to it. It's just like a kind of thing to say thank you to people.
Idea.
Yeah, it's just like a really small thing, because our London show I think it's like 1,600, like 1,600 or something. So we're gonna do like a small one just so people can, because like it was really important to us when we throughout our whole career, like being close to the fans, and like I just think I really don't want to get to a big stage, but I don't want to get to the stage where people feel like disconnected with us, you know what I mean? So we're going to do that as often as we can, really. We're doing one in Manchester to 30 people, like just in a radio station. Like we've got a gig that night to nearly 2,000 people, but we're going to do one to 30 people in the day. So yeah, it's important to us, that kind of thing, you know.
Cool. Are you a big Man U fan, actually?
Yeah, a big United fan, man. They play us around the ground, you know, when we go watch the games. Like I go to the games quite a lot, and I'm just sat there and like just sat in my seat like that, and then we come on like 60,000 people, and I'm kind of like sat there eating my pie or something and like looking around going, why is nobody fucking recognising me? I'm just stood there like, this is my fucking band, but nobody cares in there, you know what I mean? Yeah, so I'm a big Reds fan, man.
So what do you think of Van Gaal taking over the reins at Man U? He started off disastrous, right?
Yeah, well, I don't know, not disastrous. He wasn't left in the best position, was he? But I think he'd be all right. He ain't. He's a good manager, and you know what I mean. At the end of the day, he's mint. So like, I just think once he gets his grip and like gets the players, like he's got the players he needs pretty much now. I think it'd be like a bumpy season, but I think next season will be class. He's got a mint team, you know what I mean. He's a good manager, and just got to get used to dealing with those players. They're being divvies, you know what I mean. The squad's being daft. I don't know what they're up to. Like, you know, like honestly, like some of the players were fucking class like a month ago, or a year ago or whatever, and then they're just gone garbage now. So I don't know. I don't think it's all down to him. I just think it's down to players just being sloppy. You know, like when Fergie left, I was like, I don't believe managers have that much of an influence, like so it ruins the whole team. But as soon as he left, everyone just didn't know what they were doing, you know what I mean? It was mad.
Yeah, but I mean, on the other hand, he also left. He didn't buy anyone.
Yeah.
He left a really half team, basically. You know.
Yeah, I know, but no, it'll be good. They'll be back like an amazing team soon. But other than that as well, all the other teams are getting strong. You know what I mean? Chelsea's squad is mint. Like my best mate Larry, who's our guitar tech, he's a massive Chelsea fan, so he's fucking loving it at the moment, you know. But everyone's getting strong. You know what I mean? I think Liverpool will be good this season. I think Arsenal will be class this season. So like, I don't know who's gonna win the season. Like, but it's gonna be the United will be alright. Yeah, it'd be interesting. I like it like this though, to be honest. I prefer it, you know, like rather than just mincing the league like they used to. I like getting beat 5-0 sometimes, because it's you know what you need. You need the ups and downs in footy, don't you? So
exactly, get some excitement back in the game. Hey, back to the music. Who did the artwork for the album actually? I mean, and who okayed the sleeve?
Yeah, the artwork was a guy called Tim Leon from New York. He did our first ever EP when we were about 15, 16. We put out an EP, and that was well before we had a deal or anything like that, and well before anyone really heard of us. And that was our first artwork on our first sleeve, so we were like, that's got to be the album one, because it was just like a nod to all the fans that have been with us, because we've been a band for like 7 years really, so like, but we've only been good for one of them, so it's like, which was the last year. So it's just a kind of like thank you to everyone who's kind of stuck with us really, and I love that. I think it's really symbolic. It's like the Nirvana album, you know, with the baby trying to catch the dollar bill kind of thing. I just think it's really good, but everyone thinks we're dead dirty, don't they, because we put
well, there's a lot of reference to sex in your lyrics as well.
Yeah, well, I'm, you know, 22 years old. The last 4 years of my life have been an exciting 4 years, you know what I mean? So what else do you write about, you know, like when you're that age? Like, I lived in a really small town, so like the only kind of escape I got was going on tour and stuff like that. So the whole album's based on like sex, love, escapism, and being young. Drinking. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. Well, I'm not a massive drinker anymore like I used to be, but because we're with the band so much, I feel like I've got to switch on, and because they see me as the leader, I've got to be like, fucking put that down, get to bed. You know what I mean? I've got to be very switched on. So I don't really drink much anymore, but I do. You know, I do like getting in hot tubs and stuff like that. So still got it, you know.
Hey, do you actually write all the lyrics yourself, and do you also write the music yourself?
Yeah,
or is it a group thing?
I steal a lot as well. No, yeah, I write.
Who do you steal from?
Everyone I can. Like, you know, support bands who can't sue me, you know what I mean? No, there's a band called Little Comets I steal a lot off in Newcastle. They took us on tour, and yeah, I steal those off them, but they know about it. I tell them, you know what I mean? I tell everyone who I'm stealing off, but no, it's just
you gotta be careful, man, because when you really blow up, you'll be paying shitloads of fees.
Man, I don't mind. Like, it's an honor. If like, you know, fucking Oasis sued me or whatever, I'd be like, it's an honor, man. Oasis. The thing is, though, that's the funny thing with me. Like, I'm just a normal lad. You know what I mean? I just came from really normal life. I didn't have anything spectacular. You know what I mean? It was just like normal shit. So like, if turned around and Noel Gallagher was like, I'm suing you, I'd be like, fucking Noel Gallagher knows who I am, you know what I mean? Last year I just sit and play FIFA and eat pizzas with my mate, you know what I mean? I ain't some celebrity, so it's like, if somebody tries to sue me, I'd just fucking piss myself, man. I'd be like, I'm not asked for money or anything, so you can have my money. It just makes me laugh, you know what I mean? And for me it'd be like, you know, in school when you used to draw like dicks on like a you know, on this chalkboard or whatever, or the whiteboard or whatever, and the teacher would throw you out. It's like doing that on a massive scale now for me. I just like causing shit, you know what I mean? Yeah, it's just funny. I just find it funny, man. But yeah, I write all the lyrics. Like, I'm dead proud of the lyrics. Like, I'm big.
So you can really relate to the streets, right?
Yeah. Well, their lyrics, like, they used to feel like, to me it was like they were texting you, and you could really have a conversation with them. And like, when they used to write about, like, I read his book, Mike Skinner's book, and it was like, when he talks about writing songs, when he talks about writing a breakup song, it's not about the breakup, it's about the 3-minute feeling you get when you're actually splitting up. So like the fucking, like, the devastation, you know what I mean? And like, I think it's really important that your lyrics say something to people. There's so many fucking bands out there. Like, I don't know, like, every band in England at the moment, I don't know what most of them are on about, you know what I mean? I don't know what they're singing about. Like, literally, I haven't a clue. And I reckon if you asked their fans, they'd just be like, for I reckon a lot of people are into those bands because of their music, but for me, like, the reason I'm a massive lyrics fan, so I'm not that arsed about music, so I really get wrapped up. There's a band called The National as well, do you know those?
Oh yeah.
Man, their new album's amazing.
Do you like them?
Yeah, well, our manager and my girlfriend got us into them, and I never got them for ages, and then they released this new album, and it's just, I think it's because it's so polished, you know what I mean? It's brilliant, like, and the lyrics are just mad. So like, I just like lyrics that resonate with you, you know what I mean? Like, we like, there's a lyric on a song we've got called Cocoon where it says, act more drunk than usual to help you get away with more. Like, because like, I got people around me who used to pretend to be pissed so they could get in trouble, you know what I mean, and be like, oh, I was too fucked, I don't remember. So like, I just think it's important that lyrics just resonate with you, and especially at our age, people who listen to our music are still my age, you know what I mean? Like, I did an interview before, and I was just saying, our band feels like all the fans just like our best mates, you know what I mean? So when we go and play to like 1,000 people, those 1,000 people feel like our best mates. Everyone feels like they're our people, you know what I mean? It's like, I'm just really into lyrics, really into them. That's it.
I printed your lyrics because I'm also really into your lyrics. Actually, I was just about to mention Cocoon, but you already did that. You took it away from me, so thank you very much. Fallout is a song I like, especially the end where you sing, "You see, I was a test tube baby, that's why nobody gets me." Yeah. I read in your bio that you actually are a test tube baby, but it doesn't make it different.
Yeah, it's I know it doesn't really. It was just I thought it was quite a cool thing to write about. You know, like it wasn't your archetypal kind of lyric. I thought nobody's wrote about being a test tube baby, and because I am a test tube baby, I thought it's quite a cool hook. You know what I mean? It's like, you know, like Wonderwall. It's one of them things that you don't know what it is, but it sticks in your head forever. I just thought that's quite a good hook. But yeah. It was just, it's just what I used to say to people, like when people, because I think I'm a mad genius, you know what I mean? I think like I could take over the world if I wanted to. Like I really like believe I'm magic, you know what I mean? I could do some mad shit if I wanted to, but like, and I just blame when everyone's like, "You fucking backwards, you are, mate. You're mental." Like I just say, like, I'm a test tube baby. I was born different to you. Leave it, you know what I mean? Forget about me. So it's just one of them things I used to use, you know, like the same sense of saying, "Oh, I was drunk. I don't remember it." I just used to say, "No, I'm a test tube baby. It doesn't matter."
Well, first I read the lyrics and heard the song, and then I saw your video for Rango, and it's all about sperm guy people running around in a fictitious city. And
well, that was a guy called Pedro. He just had this mad idea. Like we did like a sperm as the first single cover because I was a test tube baby, and the label wanted something to represent the start of something because we just signed to them, and like I just thought it was quite a cool thing, you know what I mean, like the start of a life of a band. And then like he just ran with it and did this kind of fucking Rocky kind of training thing with it, like Karate Kid and that. I love it, mate. I think it's funny, but it's it was just about me being a test tube baby, really. Like everyone likes that story, so they play on it a bit, you know.
Other song that I like, Business. I think Business is lyric-wise very, very good.
Thanks, man. In fact, nobody said that one yet. Like, that's our guitar tech, Larry. He loves that song. I like that song. It's a bit. I think it's the one that's going to be on the album. That's going to be the one that the fans, you know, like the real fans, like the best, because I think it's the one that's going to get overlooked. It's just like a bit of a Strokesy kind of tune. It's like the chorus is a bit Strokesy, and like the lyrics are not good, man. It's just. It's just about like when I used to go visit my girlfriend in uni and that, and all her mates were daft, and I used to be like, "I'm staying in your room, mate. I ain't going to your parties. They're weird." Like, so I used to just stay in my room, write tunes. So like, it's just about people being daft.
There's also a part, and it's another song, I can't remember which one, where you say, "I want you to leave me alone so I can walk the streets of Leeds."
Oh yeah.
Why Leeds?
Pissed you off again, so that you leave me alone in Leeds again. No, well, that's about our old manager. Me and our old manager had a fight, and he left me in Leeds and took the lads to the next gig.
Oh shit!
And the next day I was just like, "You forgot somebody," you know what I mean? You forgot your singer. So just about a fight we had, and then he left me in Leeds. That was it, really. Yeah.
Well, I like Leeds actually. I don't mind it, but
I love Leeds, man. I love Leeds. We played at one of the fucking best gigs we've ever played, you know, Leeds Festival. Wow. Fucking hell, it was crazy. The tent went off. Everyone was gonna come. We did this thing like, and I was like, all the security were like dragging people out like they do, and I was like, forget about that. I was like, just fucking get on everyone's shoulders, do whatever you want. And next minute everyone just started popping up, like, you know, like just everywhere. And we had like a row of people, then like a balcony of people on people's shoulders, and then there was people on people's shoulders then.
No shit.
It was like towers of totem poles of people, man. It's fucking funny, man. But yeah, it was one of our best gigs the other night.
You played a shitloads of festivals, right? 30 festivals already or something?
Yeah, man. Like, we've got the record at our agency for the hardest working band, apparently. Like, we've got the most, we've played the most gigs at our whole agency, and he had Oasis, this guy, so like,
no shit.
Yeah, our agent had Oasis, so like,
well, Oasis cancels every gig, so yeah.
There you go. Yeah, we don't really, we had to cancel one or two, but we never really cancel. We love playing gigs, man. It's just, it's amazing.
Would be the best, right?
Yeah, I don't like being in the studio and cooped up in like a little room. I like being touring to thousands of people and just seeing everyone rave, man. It's great.
So what do you reckon? What will the future bring for you?
I don't know, man.
Of course.
I don't know, man. I've stopped all that stuff. I'm in love now, man. Yeah,
really?
Yeah, man. Madly in love. I'm gonna get married as soon as.
Come on, you're 22, man.
I know, mate, but
you'll miss out on so much fun. I mean, you're gonna be a fabulous rock star. I mean, you have the looks with the glasses and thing, and you're in front of magazines, and I mean, chicks will be all over you.
Nah, mate. I'm madly in love. I want to have kids, man. I want to have as many kids as I can. Because think how many T-shirts I'll sell to them. Gotta think about the T-shirts, man.
You always have a crowd to play to. That's true.
Yeah, I know. It's I've met this girl who's mint. You know what I mean? I just fell in love with her and that. But it's I don't know, man. Like, I just think we're gonna give it give it everything, be as honest to people as we possibly can, and then whoever believes in it, we'll go with it, and whoever doesn't, then we won't. You know what I mean? Like if people want us to stick around, and they'll back the band, and then we'll stick around, and then we'll be good to those people. You know what I mean? But we're just going to go as far as it can go. We want it to be as big as it can get. We want to go to arenas, and if it doesn't, then it doesn't. But we're going to make sure that if it doesn't, it's not our fault, because we're going to give it everything. You know what I mean? Like, we're not afraid of saying that we want to be the biggest thing on the planet. I don't understand why you wouldn't be. Like I was just saying, if what would you call a bin man over here? Do you call him a bin man? Like, if I was going to be a bin man, I'd be the best. You know what I mean? I want to be the best at any job I did. And like, I ain't in music for getting rich or famous or like, you know, women or anything like that. It's about fucking making people feel something, you know what I mean, and making people want to go to a gig. Like when I was a kid, I used to go to gigs and be like, that's the fucking best night of my life, that, you know what I mean? And I want people to come away from my band and go, like at Leeds Festival when we played Leeds, I was like, this is the highlight of my year. I want this to be that. I don't want any band to top us tonight. I want this to be the highlight of your festival. And like, people in the tent were like just fucking euphoric, you know what I mean? And it's like, it's really, I'm just gonna go for it and like give it us all, and just,
Do you have dreams? Do you have any? What do you aspire to?
Yeah, man, we're like selling out places, playing arenas, like everything. You know, being chased up the street by girls and all that stuff. Like all of it. I want it all, man. It just, you know, like I grew up watching them Beatles films and all that stuff, so I want all that. Like, but I just like bands have got every department covered now. You know what I mean? There's loads of better looking bands, and there's loads of bands who like do all this like. You like have got little radio friendly tunes, and they're just all over the place, and they can do all that, but I just want to be the band that's just honest to people, and like, you know, like people when like we're like I was saying, we're just normal lads, you know what I mean? So we don't really fuck about. We just kind of just say it as it is, and like, you know, like a lot of people on Twitter have been putting stuff like, oh, like we get us in for your gigs and stuff like that. Now they're sold out and all that, and I'm just like, no, like, you know, I'm not getting you in. Should have bought tickets, man. It's gonna be fucking ace. Like, and it's just, I just like being honest to people. We're just normal lads, and we're like, all our fans know that, and like everyone who comes to see us, we just sit there and drink with them. And like, it's funny when you get like, you know, if there's a girl who's like, oh my god, you're my hero, and like they start like shaking and stuff, I'm like, just chill, man, just have a drink, just chill out, you know what I mean? It's like, we like being that band and making everyone feel like they're best mates with us, you know what I mean? Because they are, at the end of the day. It's our lives. So it's like, just I'm just gonna fucking I'm just loving it, mate. You know what I mean? I'm 22, I've got an album on next week. I'm just sat at home literally, you know, like with my best mate, and then get a phone call off my mum and dad, and they're like, fucking, you're on the radio. I'm like, this is fucking crazy. Don't call me anymore. It's fucking mad. And I've just been literally laughing my head off for the last like 6 months. I literally wake up laughing my head off and go to bed laughing my head off. It's too good. It's too good life. I don't want to throw it away, you know what I mean? So I'm gonna give it some balls, man.